Does saying 5 more minutes to your screen-addicted child feel like lighting a fuse on a bomb? You know exactly what's coming next. The meltdown, the tears, the negotiations that leave you exhausted and defeated. What if I told you there's a simple ritual that eliminates these daily battles completely? By the end of this video, I'll give you the exact transition technique that transforms screen time endings from warfare into peaceful cooperation. Here's what most parents don't understand about screen addiction in young children. When your child is absorbed in their iPad, their brain is flooded with dopamine, the same chemical involved in adult addictions. Asking them to stop abruptly is like slamming on the brakes of a car going 60 miles per hour. Their nervous system literally goes into shock, which is why you see those explosive reactions that seem so disproportionate to simply putting down a device. The problem with traditional warnings like 5 more minutes is that time means nothing to a dopamine-flooded brain. Your child hears your words, but their brain cannot process the concept of future consequences while it's drowning in instant gratification chemicals. This is why the same child who can be reasonable about other transitions becomes completely irrational when screens are involved. Most parents make the mistake of thinking they need to be stricter or more firm, but the real issue isn't defiance, it's biology. You're fighting against brain chemistry, and willpower always loses to neurochemistry. What you need is a ritual that works with your child's brain, not against it. Here's the transition ritual that changes everything. First, you create what I call a bridge activity that's ready before you even mention ending screen time. This needs to be something that engages their hands and provides immediate sensory satisfaction. Think Play-Doh, kinetic sand, or even a simple coloring book with fresh crayons. The key is having it set up and visible before you start the transition. Next, instead of giving time warnings, you give activity warnings. Walk over to your child and say, "When this episode ends, we're going to make something cool with the Play-Doh I set up for you." You're not asking them to stop, you're telling their brain what exciting thing comes next. This plants a seed of anticipation for the bridge activity instead of focusing on what they're losing. Now here's the crucial part that most parents skip. You physically position yourself next to your child for the final 2 minutes of their screen time. Don't talk, don't rush them, just be present. This physical closeness helps regulate their nervous system and prepares them for the transition. Your calm presence actually helps their brain start to come down from the dopamine high naturally. When the screen time ends, immediately guide them to the bridge activity without any gap time. No bathroom breaks, no getting snacks, no negotiations. The transition must be seamless because their brain is looking for the next dopamine hit, and you're providing it through tactile engagement instead of more screen time. Here's what happens next that surprises most parents. After about 10 minutes with the bridge activity, your child's nervous system will naturally regulate and they'll be much more capable of transitioning to whatever comes next in their day. The bridge activity isn't meant to entertain them for hours, it's meant to help their brain chemistry normalize. The magic of this ritual is that after practicing it for about a week, your child's brain starts to anticipate the bridge activity instead of fighting the screen ending. They begin to associate the end of screen time with something pleasant rather than something being taken away from them. You're literally rewiring their neural pathways around transitions. One important note, the bridge activity cannot be another screen or anything with flashing lights. It needs to engage their tactile senses because touch is what helps their overstimulated visual system calm down. This is why activities like puzzles, building blocks, or even helping you fold laundry work so much better than you might expect. Don't be surprised if the first few attempts aren't perfect. You're working against established neural patterns, and change takes consistency. But parents who stick with this ritual report that within 2 weeks, screen time endings become completely manageable, and within a month, their children often transition willingly without any resistance at all. Remember, you're not just ending screen time, you're teaching your child's brain how to transition between high stimulation and normal activities. This is a life skill that will serve them far beyond childhood as they learn to manage their own attention and impulses in an increasingly digital world. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with relating to your kids' obsession with screens. Click the link or check my bio to discover an ebook that can give you all the skills that you need to stop your child's screen addiction.